In the Jujutsu Kaisen manga, we see the character of Pseudo Geto, who is later revealed to be Kenjaku possessing the body of Suguru Geto. Except there's a lot of context missing from the time of Geto's supposed death to the possession of Kenjaku taking over his body. And I want to go over that missing time. We know in order for Kenjaku to take over someone's body, they have to be dead. We see this in the takeover of Noritoshi Kamo and Kaori Itadori. Both these characters have been said to have been in impossible to survive situations, leading us, the audience, to believe that they died in these said situations, and then Kenjaku then took over their body. Geto's death was a little bit different. We don't even know if Gojo killed him in the end of Jujutsu Kaisen 0. I mean, in the middle of the Shibuya arc, it's hinted that Gojo did kill him, but this itself is a little iffy. For starters, we aren't told by Gojo himself if he did do the deed. We are informed about the quote-unquote murder by a narrator, which is odd because this type of narration has never been utilized in the manga beforehand. It's even more weird because during the narration, we are also getting informed of Gojo's thoughts. It seems a bit redundant to have Gojo and the narrator both say Gojo's inner thoughts when Gojo himself is actively there saying his thoughts. So while the narrator does confirm Gojo killed Geto, Gojo himself never does. It's intriguing to realize that all of Kenjaku's possessions were never really confirmed to be dead at the time of their possession. I also don't buy that Kenjaku was able to beat Noritoshi in a straight fight. While Kenjaku is strong, he's more of a schemer than a fighter. In fact, he openly avoids fighting any chance he gets. He is only considered to be a heavy hitter after he commands Geto's body, so I'm not entirely sure how he would manage to kill Noritoshi unless he got someone like Sukuna or Master Tengen to do it for him. Even this doesn't make sense because Sukuna was still a cursed object without a vessel, and Tengen wouldn't even have been bothered to kill Noritoshi, seeing as it wouldn't really benefit him at all. This leads me to believe Kenjaku can possess people who is near death or already dead. That would make a lot more sense. I can't see him soloing Noritoshi, but I can see him getting Noritoshi close to death and then taking over his body. I think the most damning evidence we have for Suguru to still be alive is the fact that Suguru was able to take control of his arm and choke Kenjaku in Shibuya. In the same vein, Yuji slashed Sukuna's throat in the beginning of the series. Like seriously, look at this parallel. It's almost a one-to-one comparison. As Geto is choking Kenjaku, he even states himself that this has never happened to him before. And it's not a coincidence that Geto's soul starts to surface after Kenjaku starts to seal Gojo away. Suguru was able to take control of his body for a slight moment to try to save his friend Gojo, which is a real depressing thought. We even have more evidence in the sense that Kenjaku has stated that he has picked up on some of Suguru's mannerisms when he speaks, which is another thing he states to have never happened to him before. So, is Suguru really dead? I mean, he could be, but there's so much room for him not to be. From Gojo not confirming his death, to part of him still being able to take over Kenjaku to choke himself. I still think there's a place for Suguru to come back into the story, maybe to help defeat Kenjaku, or to give Gojo some closure, but I don't think for one second that his story in Jujutsu Kaisen is completely over with. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe as it does help the channel, or don't, like it's a free world, free country, do whatever the fuck you want. But if you do feel like subscribing, it does help a lot more people find my channel and gets content out quicker for you. Without any further ado, see you later.